climactic night on the great estate of Collinwood. For Gerard's plot to have Quentin Collins beheaded for witchcraft is coming into focus. Randall Drew, investigating Trask's charges against Quentin, and aided by Mordecai Grimes, has agreed to meet Trask and go to the police. And Quentin, hearing it, runs out to stop the action. But someone else wants to stop it too. Someone with strong hands.
Randall!
So, this is where your evil has lured you.
Trask, I didn't kill him. He was lying here like this when I found him.
Randall was on his way to meet me, to go to the police. About you, Mr. Collins.
Trask? I said I didn't kill him.
You came out to stop him?
Yes, but not by murdering him.
A higher authority than I will judge you.
Should have known better than to try and talk to you.
Where are you going?
To go and get the police.
You really think me naive enough to believe that?
You put that gun away.
We are going to the police, Mr. Collins. You and I together.
Not with that gun in your hand, we're not.
Don't try to escape, because I will shoot you. And then it would be quite obvious how guilty you were.
If you're going on my account, please stay. I'd rather not be alone tonight. Is that too much of an admission for you to believe?
Almost. You make it such hell for anyone to be with you. I always try to avoid the rooms you're in.
I usually don't mind being alone, but not tonight. That needle point you do, does that give you peace of mind?
It keeps my hands busy.
Ah. What about your mind, Samantha? What occupies it? Well, you can't think about Tad 24 hours a day.
You're starting again, Gabriel.
Tell me, do you ever think of Quentin?
Of course.
Really think? Well, what do you think, Samantha? What?
Whatever I think, it's none of your business, is it?
Oh, but it is. Mordecai Grimes was here tonight. He accused Quentin of witchcraft. And after he left, your brother Randall came. What do you think of that?
I wonder who that can be. Yes, Lamar.
Samantha.
Come in.
Good evening, Charles.
Good evening, Gabriel. Samantha, you must prepare yourself.
For what?
Another tragedy has struck one you love.
Tell me.
I know of no way to make this news easier to bear, Samantha. Quentin has killed your brother Randall.
Randall is dead. No.
How do you know that Quentin did it? I don't believe you, Trask. I think this is just a product of your diseased, filthy mind.
There is no doubt about Quentin's guilt. I discovered him kneeling beside the body.
How did he die?
The official cause of death is strangulation.
Oh, no. Why did it happen?
Because Randall knew the truth about Quentin. He was going to help me put a stop to this witchcraft forever.
First Roxanne, now Randall.
Samantha, believe me, I feel as deeply about this as you do.
Your brother. Your brother.
You don't really think Quentin did this?
Randall never had a life. He never had a woman of his own because of Quentin. Now he'll never have a home, never have a son. It's all over. It's all over. I must go to...
Samantha, no. The body is at the coroner's. It's not wise to go there.
I want to see for myself.
Please, Samantha, accept my word.
We were so happy together when we were growing up. Randall, Roxanne, and I. I'm the only one left. What gods are against us? What gods?
The devil is against you, Samantha, and I say that with great sorrow. The devil.
Well, Quentin,
Are you going to arrest me?
did you do it?
Jim, of course I didn't do it. You've got to have a motive for murder.
Rand-
I'm sure Trask gave you one.
Randall Drew was very upset by Roxanne's death, I believe.
That's because he didn't understand the circumstances under which she died.
Nor did anyone else in the village either. Do you know what caused her death?
Why do you ask me that? All right, I'll tell you why you ask me that. Because there's one word that everybody's afraid to mention in this place. Witchcraft. Mordecai Grimes was here to visit you, wasn't he?
Yes, he says that
I know
you-
what he says. He thinks I destroyed his cattle. It's a lie. He's had a grudge against me for years.
Randall Drew was supposedly coming here to tell me of proof of those accusations.
How do you know that?
Lamar Trask said so in his statement.
How does Trask know that? How does anyone know that?
The charge is murder.
Are you going to charge me with murder?
Was there any bad feeling between you and your brother-in-law?
None. None at all. If Trask hadn't have found me there, I would have been right here to report Randall's death. Then you would have never have suspected me.
If I let you go back to Collinwood, will you give me your word not to leave there?
Of course.
There will be an investigation,
I want an investigation.
and it will begin tonight.
Jim. Now look, you've known me for my whole life. Now, do you really think that I'm practicing witchcraft? Oh, come on, be sensible about it. This is 1840. The witch hunt was over 100 years ago.
Maybe the trials. But the people never believed the practice has stopped. There's always been talk about it. And now, with everything that's going on here, folks are scared. They're believing that everything that happens to them is caused by witchcraft. Fear is spreading through this town like wildfire. I just hope it doesn't get out of hand.
Samantha, let me order some tea brought to you. I have always felt it could be a great help at times like this.
Thank you.
Gabriel, would you go into her, please? She shouldn't be alone.
I'm not very good at comforting people, Trask.
Poor woman suffered 2 such losses in such a short time.
You know, Trask, you're one of those peculiar emotional vultures who likes to fly around looking for a disaster, and then you swoop. Shouldn't you be out there trying to claim the body of poor Randall? It's the carriage. They're bringing him home.
Perhaps it's the constable.
Or perhaps it's Quentin, Trask. I don't think he'd like it very much if you were here. Do you?
I'll wait in the study.
Big brother's in trouble? How much trouble? I can handle it. Well, do you believe that, or you just say? Gabriel, we have got to find out who did it, and quick. Yes.
Quentin, why did you kill him? Why? Why did you kill him? What are you doing here? Why don't they keep you there, lock you up?
Gabriel, excuse me, but I'd like to talk to my lovely wife alone.
What am I going to tell Tad?
You'll tell him I'm innocent.
Another lie.
You really believe I did it, is that it?
I know you. And I know your temper. You knew that Randall was going to the police about you.
Make you very happy to see me with a noose around my neck, wouldn't it? You've hated me ever since I wouldn't let you take Tad with you. All of this is going to make you very glad.
How can I be glad? My brother is dead.
I grieve for him, too, although you find that very difficult to believe.
Why should I? You've never shown a human emotion in your life. No pity, no love. Only that mind of yours, cruel, devious. Only interested in the things it shouldn't be interested in.
So I'm guilty of witchcraft. Is that it, my dear?
Quentin, I pleaded with you to give up the occult. I begged you to stop reading those books and to stay away from that laboratory. I knew it would come to this. I knew it.
It hasn't ended yet.
And it won't be ended now. My son. My poor son. He'll grow up with the fact that his father is...
If I am his father, dear, don't you think it's about time to tell me whom you meant when you said that I wasn't his father? If I am to be so much of an embarrassment to Tad.
How callous you are. How cruel.
Oh, yes. Yes, you use those words for me, my dear. Well, don't you think that it was cruel and callous to tell me that I wasn't Tad's father? You accuse me just like Trask does. Now, you believe me that if I am callous, we are evenly matched.
Randall Drew visited here this evening.
Yes.
And he spoke with you?
And my wife Edith, yes.
What was the purpose of his visit?
He was merely paying a visit. Well, after all, Samantha is his sister.
So, his visit was merely social.
Merely social, yes.
Your brother Quentin has already told me that you said he was on his way to the police.
Oh?
Randall's reasons for going to the police must have been mentioned.
Oh, yes. No, Randall thought the police weren't concerned enough about the animal attacks in the woods.
So, you were coming to see us at midnight to censure us?
Well, that was very much like Randall,
And
yes.
completely untrue. He's been in town for quite a few days, and we've not heard from him. You're lying to protect your brother, aren't you?
But Quentin can protect himself.
Then why do you bother? I think I'll have a little talk with Mr. Trask sometime before I see you again. But I will see you again.
You're still here.
Yes, I didn't think I should leave until the constable makes his decision.
Where's the constable now?
He just left Gabriel and he's gone up to see Quentin.
When he comes down here, what am I going to do, Lamar?
Whatever your conscience dictates, my dear.
My son.
Would it not be worse for him to grow up in this atmosphere of evil? When I think of the heinous practices that have gone on in this house.
Please, Lamar.
Painful as it is for you, Samantha, you must protect your son from his own father.
Yes, I mustn't I? I never really believed that Quentin's interest in the black arts was anything but a foolish eccentricity. But I must now. I do.
Samantha, you have just made the most important choice of your life. You have crossed the river of indecision and joined those on the other side who would be saved.
Oh, Lamar, I loved Quentin once. I really did.
Your love could not save him, Samantha, but you must remember that you tried.
Mrs. Collins,
Yes, Constable.
could I see you alone?
Of course.
It's a difficult time for you, I'm sorry.
Thank you for being so understanding.
Were your brother and Mr. Collins friends?
Yes.
Close friends?
No, I couldn't say that.
Was there any enmity between them? Long-standing enmity?
No.
Are you sure, Mrs. Collins?
What do you mean?
I'm sorry to bring this up, but I have to. Some years ago, your brother was friends with a Miss Mills.
Yes, I believe I do remember that, but what does that have to do with this?
Well, it was rumored about that your brother left Collinsport because of a disagreement with Miss Mills. A disagreement in which your husband was the central figure.
Please, do I have to go through this?
Yes, I'm sorry. Was your brother and Mr. Collins friends after your brother's returns?
Yes, yes.
Did your brother ever hint to you that he suspected your husband of witchcraft?
No. Randall would never have done that without proof. Oh, why did I not stay here this evening? This never would have happened, none of it. Randall would have come to me, and this never would have happened. Never.
Gabriel, do you believe Quentin is guilty?
Quentin says no.
But do you believe him?
Trask, I don't have to answer to you.
Do you prefer to go on living here surrounded by his madness, his evil? How long do you think you will be spared, Gabriel? You're in danger even now. You're living in a house with a murderer.
Now, Quentin would never harm me.
Are you willing to risk your life on that? And Edith's life?
Look, he is the only person I have even felt remotely close to.
That is your greatest danger. You see, Quentin will enmesh you in his evil, and you will not even know it until it's too late. Think of your children, Gabriel, if you will not think of yourself. Gabriel, you must tell the constable what Quentin said before he rushed out after Randall. You must, or you will be thought a member of his people. Are you? Are you already a member of Quentin's coven?
No. No.
Well, then you must prove it. Constable, Gabriel would like to describe in greater detail the events of this evening.
Yes, Mr. Collins?
Constable, I don't know how to say this.
Just tell me the truth.
All right. Randall knew about the witchcraft. There was a lot of trouble here between Mordecai Grimes and Quentin. And Quentin was in a rage when Mordecai left after accusing him of witchcraft. And then Quentin left the house. I don't know where he went. Mordecai met Randall in the woods. Mordecai swore that someone was trying to kill him. He swore it was Quentin. They found a note pinned to a tree by a knife. And on the note was the mark of the devil.
Similar, no doubt, to the one found by Randall's body.
Well, go on, Mr. Collins.
Well, Randall brought the paper into Edith and me. He wanted to know what we knew. We told him nothing. He said, "Where's Quentin?" Quentin wasn't there. Well, he said he couldn't wait. And he met Trask.
Yes, you see, Randall told me that he was going to investigate Quentin, and if he found evidence of witchcraft, he would meet me and we would come to the police.
Well, what happened after Mr. Drew left?
Well, Quentin came in. I told him of Randall's visit, of his plans to go to the police.
Well, go on, man, go on.
Well, there was a look on Quentin's face.
What kind of a look?
A look that said that he knew what he was going to do. And he said, "I will stop him." And then he left.
Were those his exact words?
You know how I wish that they were.
Mr. Collins?
Have you questioned everybody?
I have.
And?
There's nothing I can do, Mr. Collins. You are under arrest for murder.